Assalamu alaikum, my dear students, respectable parents and viewers. This is Mst.Ruma Laila, an assistant teacher in English, Dinajpur Govt Girls High School, Dinajpur. Welcome you all to our new system of class. This is Dinajpur Govt Girls High School online class. We all are confined in our home for a long time. The cruel blow of coronavirus has snatched away the motion of our life, and for this reason the study and the learning of our learners has been greatly hampered. To meet up the gap, to give some speed and inspiration to our students, this is our new attempt, and I feel proud to be a part of this attempt. Today I will conduct a class of class 7, and this is the second paper, and my today's topic is transformation. So my dear student, today I will discuss on transformation. Let's write down the name of the topic, transformation. My dear students, do you know what transformation is? I believe you know, because in my previous class I have tried to give a definition of transformation, and I have also shown the difference between transformation and conversion, and in that class I also explained a rule of transformation, and I have given some tips for you what you should do to transform a sentence into affirmative to negative. So in continuation of my previous class, today I will give you some more rules and some more techniques and a lot of examples, so that the transformation become very much clear and easier to you. So my dear student, what is transformation? Transformation is to change a sentence into another structure without changing the meaning. We should be much more conscious to while changing the sentence, so that the meaning of the sentence remain the same, but the structure should be changed. So you must be conscious while transforming a sentence. You shouldn't do anything so that the meaning of the sentence is changed. Okay, now I want to give you some rules. Rule number 2, that is cannot, but. It may be cannot help plus verb plus ing plus verb in main form. So let me give some example. And in my previous class I have informed you that to be an expert in transforming sentence, we should do a lot of practices, and we should practice or change a lot of sentences. So, to be an expert in this rule, we should do some examples. Look at the sentence. You must visit your friend. My dear student, is it clear? I hope you can see the writings and you understand the letters. So, in this sentence I have written, you must visit your friends. Undoubtedly, it is an affirmative sentence because there is no sign of no or not here. When we will change this sentence into negative, then we can take this structure or we can take this structure also. So if I want to change it into negative, then we should write you cannot but visit your friend. You cannot but visit your friends. Notice, my dear student, you cannot but visit your friends. Okay. Generally, we know the meaning of but is in Bengali kintu. But I have informed you that when we want to change a sentence affirmative into negative, then we change some phrases. So cannot but is a phrase, and in Bengali meaning, sometimes we say, sometimes we tell that আমি না গিয়ে পারলাম না, আমি না হেসে পারলাম না. To express this type of expression in English, we use this structure, cannot but. And after but, you have to conscious about your verb. You need not to add anything with your main verb. So, after but, you will use the main form of the verb. But if you want to use the second structure, then we have to do you cannot help. Here, visit is the main verb. Visiting your friends. You cannot help visiting your friends. So, these two structure and example is, this is number 1 and this is number 2. Do you understand? So, next, give another examples. Another example. They must ears to their boss. They must ears to their boss. The meaning of ears here is mene chola, boshota shikar kora, something. So when we will change this affirmative sentence into a negative, so what should we do? I think my dear student can say, if they are in front of me. So now I am writing the sentence into a negative one, and this is they. We will emit must from here, and here we will use yields, sorry, there will not be an S here, yield, Y-I-E-L-D, yield to their boss. They cannot but yield to their boss. Another sentence may be, they cannot help yielding to their boss. So, notice my dear student, rules are nothing but the main points from the given sentences. So, you must remember, when you will use cannot but, the affirmative sentence must have a must. Okay? The affirmative sentence, when the affirmative sentence have must, then you have to use cannot but. And when a negative sentence negative sentences have cannot but, while changing the sentence into affirmative, you must use a must. Okay? And I want to inform you that, can I delete this? Okay. Yes. I want to inform you another thing is that, so these two sentences are negative. Negative. And affirmative sentence will must have must or have to oblique has to. We generally know have means Bengali meaning ache, and we have another use of have in our present perfect sentences. But when having a to, the meaning of have has been changed, and it means when a person need to do something for his own betterment. Okay, so must and have to have just have same meaning. Okay, I think you have understood. So when we have structures like this, affirmative, when affirmative sentences have must or have to or has to, then we should take these two structures, and I have given the examples. So let me give another example containing has to. So we can take a name. I can take name of Rupa. Okay, Rupa, my dear student Rupa. Rupa has to. I haven't taken have to here because Rupa is third person singular number. You know this. Rupa has to try her best. So we have to change this phrase, and when we translate this sentence into negative, we do Rupa cannot but try her best. Rupa cannot but try her best. Let's write another sentence. Samia has to cook for her family. Sometimes we have to cook for our family. So Samia has to cook for her family. So when I translate this sentence into negative, we will write, yes my dear student, we will write like this. Samia cannot but cook for her family. I think it is clear. I hope it is now clear because we have written a lot of sentences. Okay. So my dear student, when we have must or have to or has to, then we can use cannot but. Cannot but is the present form of modal auxiliary can. But when you have to and has to, you will use cannot but. But we may have sentences containing had to. So what should we do then? Technique is very easy. That is, if you have had to in your affirmative sentences, then you just only change the form of the modal can, and this is could. Could not, but. It is very easy. So let's give some examples. I could laugh. I could laugh. L-A-U-G-H. Yes, I could laugh. Had to oblique could. It may be could. I could laugh. So we will change it. I could not but laugh. Okay. I could laugh. I could not but laugh. Another sentence. I had to go there. Sometimes we inform our parents, I have to go there, I have to buy this thing, like this. So then we do I could not but go there. Okay? It is very easy. So before going to another rule, I want to give a preview of our discussed topic. Rule number 2 is, if you have can, must, have to, has to, oblique have to, then to transform this sentence into negative, then we will do cannot but plus verb in main form, or we can do this also, cannot help plus verb plus ing. And if here it is could, C-O-U-L-D, here had to, then we will change our cannot into could. Do you understand? I think you have understood. So next we want to go to another rule. Rule number 3. sentences. Affirmative, negative. In affirmative sentences, in rule number 3, we can have both and, or you may have bare and, only and. Why? Transform these sentences, this type of sentences, into negative. You should take a very common, a very known structure. This is not only but also. Okay? And I think you are clever enough, you are intelligent enough to put it down in your exercise book. Let's give some examples. So, the sentence is both. Give me two names, short name, both. Okay, Neetu. Neetu and Mitu. Okay. Both Neetu and Mitu can do the work. Neetu and Mitu can do the work. Can you do the work? Both Neetu and Mitu can do the work. This is our affirmative sentence because we have no sign of no and not in this sentence. So, if you are given this sentence to transform into negative, then you must take these phrases. So, what should we do? At first, we kick out both from our sentence. So, first of all, you have to write not only Neetu but also Mitu can do the work. Can you follow, my dear students? Both Neetu and Mitu can do the work. And here in this sentence, when it is negative, not only Neetu but also Mitu can do the work. Let's give another example. He ate egg and vegetables. Do you like vegetables? Yes, I know. My students like vegetables. He ate egg and vegetables. So what should we do now? He not only ate egg but also vegetables. Okay, he not only ate egg but also vegetables. So I think these two sentences are sufficient to give you a clear conception about this rule. Okay, so I think you have understood this rule. I want to give an exception of this rule. What should you do then if you have besides, S-I-D-E-S, besides. If you have besides in your affirmative sentence, then what should you do? So, if we have besides, let me write an example. Fatima. Fatima. Now I will write a negative sentence. Fatima not only won the race, but also broke the record. Fatima not only won the race but also broke the record. If you want to change the sentence into affirmative using beside, then you must do a special thing and you should remember it. After beside, the form of the verb will be ing form. Do you understand, my dear student? Please remember, when you want to use besides, then the verb will be in ing form. So the affirmative sentence will be Fatima won the race beside. The verb was broke. Beside breaking. Besides breaking the record. Notice, my dear student, in this sentence we have Fatima not only won the race but also broke the record. When we want to change this sentence using besides, the word besides means uporontu, eta chharao. So the sentence is Fatima won the race besides. Here, to add ing, we have changed the form of the sentence into the main form or present form, and we add ing here. So the sentence is Fatima won the race besides breaking the record. This is exceptional. You can remember it, and you should very much conscious when the sentence containing besides. And these tips is also important in your right form of verbs also. After besides, if we are given a verb to change, then you must add ing after that. So my dear student, today we have explained, we have done a lot of on transformation, but I have informed you that transformation is a big chapter, and this chapter consume a lot of time from you. So we will continue our class on transformation in our next classes. Till then, keep yourself well, and may Allah save you from all type of dangers, and may Allah give us strength to fight against all odd situation. Till then, keep safe, stay at home, and when you are outside, take your mask with you. Allah Hafiz.